Welcome. My name's Alison Mears. I'm the Dean of the School of Design Strategies, a very proud Dean of the School of Design Strategies, proud of this group of fantastic graduates from our school, from the four graduate programs in our school. I'm delighted to welcome parents, family, and friends and faculty here who are here to celebrate today with me. Today is full of a whole program of celebrations across Parsons, each one as moving as the next, I have to say. We've been consumed with finals, and I think up till last night at about midnight, I thought that I'd had enough of school, and I just wanted to go home. I think that was my refrain yesterday, and then I woke up this morning and just remembered why we're all here. We're here for celebrations like today, and to see the kind of road that you've taken from that day a year and a half, a year and 3/4 ago in August and September, when you came to school fresh and confused and optimistic and enthusiastic, to today, where you're completely transformed as people. You're also for 3 of the programs, you're the first graduates from the programs, from the urban design and strategic design and management programs. And you came in when I came in as, I'm getting very personal here, and this is not my script. You came in when I came in as dean to the school. So we've kind of taken this road together in a way which has been really exciting for me. So for me, in particular, not to be selfish, I feel like we're all friends. We've been in this together, and I've grown as a person, as dean of this school, and you've all grown as students, and we've been working on this project together for the 2 years that you've been here. So we're all terribly proud of where you've come from and where you are today. You're all at the forefronts of what is a constantly evolving field, as we know. We're not quite sure what it is, but we know we're part of it. And we're really excited to be at the forefront. I'd like to thank the parents, family, and friends for your support. Without the support of all of you who care about all of us, it would be impossible for us to achieve what we set out to do every morning as we get up and we go to school. So I'd like you all to thank your family and friends right now for the support that they've given you up to this point. I'd also like to thank our faculty, right? Our amazing faculty. Who are so and still committed to teaching. They've worked tirelessly to make sure that you realize the great potential that you have, that you all came with, and that you've realized being here. And we, in return, have had the true pleasure of working with you. So I'd like you to thank them again for the fantastic work that they've done. And I think what we've all noticed in these last 2 years that we have grown as much through working with you in terms of our own education as you have learnt through working with us. So I think that was, it's been a revelation, I think, for all of us, this kind of work that we're all engaged in, the importance of it, the challenges of it, and the joy of working in the space that we all work in. So I think it's been a great trip together. I see you all full with a newfound sense of mission. In the face of the multiple challenges you will confront in the future, we know what the challenges are. We all know that, right? Remember today and these last years. Take your passion, your vision, and your commitment to become the next change makers, the next leaders, the next people who will change the world that needs so much help from all of us. As Janet Yellen said yesterday at some other institution down the street, she reminded graduates that it's not just talent that you need to succeed, but it's grit. And I use this expression with my kids who are both in college at the moment. There's a sense that you just have to work. You have to just work. And it's going to be hard, and it's going to be a challenge, but that you have to know that what you're working on is worthwhile, and believe in what you're doing, and just go. Just go. Just keep that passion and that energy all the way through to the end. And then the kind of difference, the kind of changes that we can make together will be extraordinary. So I look forward to seeing you all at commencement tomorrow. I also am looking forward. I know there are various ways of communicating in the future through various social media tools that we will adopt. As my colleague Simon Collins, the Dean of Fashion, said yesterday at a very fancy runway show, he said, "You never actually leave Parsons. You're always with us. So this is just a moment in time, but we will continue on this voyage together. We want to stay connected with you." So I have the pleasure in presenting our keynote speaker for the, wherever we are, we're at lunch now, for this afternoon. Her name is Brenda Rosen, and she's the Executive Director of Common Ground. And I know some of you know her from her work, well, I know you know of her work, but also that she spoke at the colloquium recently. She's been the Executive Director of Common Ground since July 2011. She first joined the agency in 1999 as its director of the newly renovated Prince George residence on East 28th Street, an amazing building that I visited that really is a model of sustainable, affordable, supportive housing in New York City. For the 5 years prior to her appointment as executive director, Ms. Rosen ran Common Ground's Housing Operations and Programs Department with 16 properties under management in New York State and Connecticut. Today, as executive director, Ms. Rosen oversees the entirety of Common Ground's activities, including the largest supportive housing property in the country, the Times Square of West 43rd Street. She's also sponsored outreach programs to house homeless individuals living on the streets of Brooklyn, Manhattan, and Queens. Ms. Rosen provides counsel and direction to Common Ground's external affairs, human resources, and real estate development departments. She is also the agency's chief liaison with community leaders and other stakeholders, and is charged with supporting Common Ground's board of directors in their oversight responsibilities to assure the agency's continual fiscal and programmatic stability, as well as helping the board to set future strategic direction of agency activities and priorities. She sits on the board of Supportive Housing Network of New York, is an advisory member of the New York State Department of Health Medicaid Redesign Team, and frequently lectures on the role of supportive housing in the life and vitality of today's urban environment in the United States. She holds a JD from Benjamin N. Cardoza School of Law and received her BA from Hunter College, where she began her career working with the City Council as part of the Hunter College Public Service Scholar Program. I'd like to welcome Brenda to the podium.
God, this is scary. Hi, thank you. I'm honored to share this incredible achievement with a group of innovative thinkers. Thank you, Dean Mears and Professor Anam, for inviting me. So ever since I was asked to speak with you today, I've been struggling to remember who spoke at my law school commencement, and I've come up empty. My goal today is that I not meet the same fate should one of you be asked to deliver a commencement address at some point in your future. So after trying to figure out the right words, I thought the best way to inspire a group of such evolved thinkers is to tell a story that exemplifies possibility, dedication, hope, collaboration, innovation, synergy, and humility. All things one needs in their soul, things I distilled over the years, and I wish I could tell my younger self. I'd like to share a story about my friend Robert. A few years ago, Common Ground outreach staff found Robert living at the underpass of the Queens Midtown Expressway. We listened, we learned. Robert had grown up in an extremely abusive household. As a young man, he had enlisted in the armed forces and served in Vietnam. When he returned from combat, he struggled with painful flashbacks and post-traumatic stress disorder. Self-medicating with alcohol, he lost control of himself, eventually becoming homeless. We engaged. We took Robert in with open arms. We respected. I propose to you today my firm belief that we didn't just put a roof over Robert's head. Rather, we designed an environment and provided the support services that motivated Robert to create his home. This is one of Common Ground's hallmarks. We don't build blue cinder block buildings. Our spaces are developed with respect for tenants, neighborhoods, and the power of design. LEED certified, green roofs, gardens, tons of natural light, computer labs, medical clinics, recreation spaces, and 275 square foot apartments that feel 3 times as big. Functional design with people in mind. For Robert, this combination of beautiful, thoughtful spaces and support has allowed him to once again become a contributing member to society. He's been employed for 2 years. He's stopped smoking. He's sober. He believes in himself as much as we have always believed in him. Insightful, holistic design transforms lives. Think of the city without Central Park, without spaces that are both aesthetically pleasing and functional. What we know, as do you, is that creativity and design can inspire. Maybe not the whole world at once, but for one person at a time, like Robert. The beauty of an organization such as Common Ground is that we don't just randomly choose one person. My story may highlight one person, but to date, Common Ground has given more than 3,000 residents the opportunity to transform their lives. Creative design is a critical piece of the puzzle, but not the only one. Our successes require the same thing that this world will require of you: teamwork, collaboration, humility, and perseverance. These qualities make the impossible possible. No matter how far away you may seem from success, every day is an opportunity to take a step towards your goal, and it takes a strong team of people to help everyone achieve success. You can't do it alone. It truly takes a village. Or in this case, a metropolis filled with minds that have vision and see opportunities, not just challenges. You have learned that here in graduate school, where you've worked with your professors and teamed up with your classmates to solve problems. Soon, many of you will enter new environments, whether it's the beginning of a career or taking your career to the next level, where you will have the opportunity to form new bonds that will define the rest of your life. Remember how important forming a strong community around you is to your success, and never forget the key role you can play in advancing the future of people around you. When you achieve success, small or large, be willing to give back of yourself to collaborate with others and help them get ahead. British journalist Matt Ridley once famously pointed out that no one actually knows how to make a computer mouse. You need the assembled talents of a metalworker, a plastics specialist, someone in the supply chain management, and a software whiz. We've become a generation that isn't the productivity or the efficiency of an old school assembly line. No, our productivity is the productivity of connection. To quote Ridley, "It's not my land, it's ours." And no one is hunting. If anything, we're farming, and all the cross-pollination going on helps everyone. Surround yourself with the best people that you can, because they're the ladder to your success. We firmly believe that at Common Ground, which is why we create communities for people who have lost their way and gone so far afield from society that they no longer have friends, allies, and networks to support them. Lead with humility. I have a favorite passage that keeps me humble. I'm not sure who wrote it, and I'm going to paraphrase. Consider your place in the universe. When it comes down to it, we are all just dots in the long line of humanity. This shouldn't make any of us feel small. To the contrary, be grateful, celebrate even, that right now you are alive. What better reason to live life to its fullest every day you're here? It's only when we connect our dots that the picture is formed. So connect your dots. Guide your life with the values and principles which may vary from culture to culture and individual to individual, but are widely held in common and include honesty, integrity, respect, tolerance, kindness, solidarity, fairness, courage, and peace. If you're feeling scared, hopeless, or uncertain, just know that all of us up here have felt that too. But when you work hard, follow your passion, believe in yourself, and help others, you'll succeed. It might not be perfect at first, and it won't happen overnight. There will be bumps, hills, mountains along the way. But with perseverance and passion, you'll get to the place where all the climbing will have been worth it, and you won't have done it alone. You, like Robert, will have done it with the people that have helped you get back up along the way. Graduation is one of life's greatest achievements and one of its greatest challenges. My hope is that you leave here today with a thirst and passion to pursue what you love, and that you strive tirelessly to turn your visions into reality. You have the unique opportunity to be part of creating a refreshed future, to participate in an environment of innovation, change, and disrupt all the problems around you. Make your stake in this world by being kind, looking out for others, and solving problems. Everything is possible. So congratulations, create, inspire, and transform. Thank you.
We're now going to Jema. I'm going to use Jema Hunt, who's the director of the MFA Transdisciplinary Design Program. Jema.
Thank you, Alison. So now we get to the good part. That was actually excellent. So I meant the good part. I don't know what I meant. So let's start over. Good afternoon, everyone. Nice to have you here. Thank you, parents. We are sort of the old kids on the block in this program, in that we're now graduating our third cohort. And I just want to say to all those other graduates of the first cohorts of these new programs, congratulations, you are trailblazers, you're pioneers. Your program directors will never forget you. There's nothing like that very first group. So congratulations to all of you. What an amazing group of transdisciplinary design graduates we have here today. From the jungles of the Amazon to the canals of Venice, from Chiba, Japan to Newburgh, New York, from Jakarta, Indonesia to the classrooms of Saudi Arabia, from Shanghai, China to our own Chinatown, and from the megalopolis of Chongqing, China to Heliopolis, a favela in Brazil. These remarkable graduating students from the Transdisciplinary Design Program have traveled the world with one simple premise in mind, and that is that design, when it insists that diverse voices be part of the process, when it demands social and environmental justice for all, when it stays humble and visionary and collaborative at the same time, that design can take on complex problems and that design can be transformative. I'm lucky to be associated with such courageous, dynamic, and inspiring designers. So congratulations to you all, and now I will invite you up, I believe. And we will start with Sean Baker. And keep going. Siri Bet Sonstagard. Elizabeth Blasi. Danielle Christoph. Now, I should just say, normally I would give them a big hug. We just went through a long ceremony before this with lots of hugs, so we'll keep it to a handshake. Min Chung. Doremi Diata. Megan Durlack. James Frankus. You work the runway, James. Amanda Greenoff. Sophie Howe. Jingheng Wang. We, in our sort of private celebration, this round of applause for Jingheng, of course. And in particular, you might notice we all have scarves. They all have scarves, and that's part of our sort of departmental ceremony. But Jingheng is wearing it especially beautifully, incorporating it with her dress today. Malike Kavran, who I believe is not here because she just had hip surgery. She made it this morning, but this was too much. Taylor Kuhn. And Kirsten Nash. Is Kirsten here? Michael Verona. You work it too, Mike. Jie Wang. And last but never least, Lauren Wong. As a program director, I could not ask for a better group of students. I could not be luckier as an academic to be able to work with people with such integrity who are truly an inspiration to be around. So thank you all for making my life so easy. And with that, I will turn it over to somebody who comes next. And it's not clear to me. Miguel Robles Duran.
Wow. Okay, so we're here, right? It's incredibly exciting to see you all dressed up and a little bit more relaxed, than the last days. I mean, last week was quite hectic, as we all know, but it was full of amazing successes, right? And I guess what you are living with is just, I hope, these great moments where you presented your final thesis, where you felt like that achievement, right? That I guess will stay forever in your life. I would want to emphasize 2 points before I go ahead and give you these amazing diplomas that you all deserve. One of them, guys, is, I guess I might sound like I will be repeating many things I've said during the whole semester, but there's something that comes out with graduating on a master's level from such a prestigious university as this, with such amazing faculty like the one we have there, and the part-time faculty that it's also represented, in all of us. And that luxury is not a luxury that a lot of people get to experience. And you have to remember this very well, because I don't expect from you just to be happy out of this moment. No, of course you are happy, that's great. But there comes a lot of responsibility with this degree, okay? And I want you to keep this in mind forever, hopefully. I'm sure that you will forget it in a sort of a month or so, hopefully even less. But the responsibility of moving towards the things that you set yourself as goals, right? In terms of social responsibility, environmental responsibility. I mean, all of you right now are aware of the huge problematics that we're facing now in the future. And I really believe that it's, starting with you as a generation, that we'll be able to actually thread, the way that we all should follow, including all of us here, even though sometimes we don't like to accept. Now, So I want to leave you with a comment that I made in your thesis graduation, which is this thing that they keep telling us that there are no jobs, right? But as you all discover during this amazing process, there's a lot to do, and there are a lot of urgencies that we must tackle. And most importantly, you have to keep in mind that under the current structure, I don't believe there are job descriptions for the type of challenges that you're going to be facing. I expect that you actually develop these new jobs that we all need now, more than try to appropriate what already exists, because we all know a lot of the problems with what already exists. I expect greatly of all of you, and it has been a true pleasure. I guess the greatest pleasure of my academic career to serve you and to be close to you. I really learned a lot. So with that, we'll start delivering diplomas. We'll start with Gabrielle Maria Anderson. Thank you. We also hugged, last week. Okay, Joshua Miles, Fernando Sabon Barnes. I didn't know your name, Fernando. Shirley Buckner. Please. Alexandra Cristina Castillo Kesper. Caitlin Alexandra Charlotte. Charles Nicholas Chiwalko, the next mayor of New York. Braden Christopher Crooks. April DeSimone. She took the long one. Sabrina Elisesas Dorsinaville. I don't know if I pronounced that well. Troy Andrew Hallisey. Yes. Cristina Maria Handal Gonzalez. Caitlin Grace Kilpack. Jessica Kisner-Giraldo. Jonathan Lapalme. Ekaterina Leviskaya, alias Katya. Travers Martin. Luisa Munera. Okay. Aubrey Jane Naomi Murdoch. Bonnie Beth Natel. Joel Philip Stein. Drew or Andrew Paul Tucker. Charles William Virene. Or Wyrene. Anje Zadel. And last but not least, Jessie May Emmerich. Okay, So now it's my turn to pass it to Siminam, Director of the Theories of Urban Practice Master.
Wow. I feel like I'm graduating. What a great feeling, what a great experience. I want to congratulate all the students who are graduating today. I want to especially congratulate those who are graduating from the MA Theories of Urban Practice program. Yes. Even though it was 2 years ago, I remember how happy we were to welcome you here. You filled the program with your energy, your knowledge, your experiences, your ideas. Most of all, I want to talk about 2 secret weapons that you all have that have served you very well in the program and will continue to serve you well in your future life. The first secret weapon is courage. For me, courage is not the lack of fear. It is really about having doubt, being unsure, taking risks, and still moving forward and acting. As the very first graduating cohort of the MA Theories of Urban Practice program, you're all truly pioneers. As cutting-edge urban practitioners, you will continue to act in courageous ways, the way you have done in your time here. The other secret weapon that you all possess and that you will continue to serve you well is the idea of practice itself. Practice, of course, is the application of theories, ideas, beliefs, and methods in action. But it has a second meaning which is just as powerful. Practice is also repeated performance of an activity such that you become more and more proficient at it. This means by trying things out over and over, you will get better and better at it. Like great musicians, great athletes, great activists, you will become accomplished urban practitioners through reflective repetition and thoughtful perseverance. So if you combine these 2 secret weapons as graduates of the very first cohort of the MA Theories of Urban Practice program, what results is the practice of courage. We are all very proud of you, and we wish you all the very best. Congratulations, and thank you. So as I read your names, I'd like to invite you to enter stage right, receive your diploma, and sashay across the stage so we can take a good look at you in all your glory. Joy Elise Davis. Matthew Justin Del Sesto. Marian Khabazi. Blair C. Lorenzo. Themistocles Pellas. Victoria F. Petrowski. Alexander Lagare Rush. Xavier Stefan Williams. So congratulations to all of you, and I'd like to hand it over to John Jellin, Director of the Strategic Design and Management Program.
Pendejo, what do they drink in Urban? This is amazing. Wow. The rule in the circus is to not have the clowns go after cute animals or children. Sorry. It's a unique day. It's a unique day for a lot of reasons. A lot of them have been said. But I think it's a unique day because we have in the same room all four constituencies that made this happen, right? Because we have all four constituencies here, the parents, the students, obviously, the institution, and my peers and the staff, the faculty. What hasn't been done, and so I'm trying to add something to everything that has been done already. I'm going to add the apologies. So, parents, I do not apologize to you for giving you back your children transformed for a mere $50,000. My peers and my staff, and our staff, I do not apologize to you driving you crazy and making you work overtime, and I keep calling it bringing the best out in you. It's an euphemism. It's been quite a ride. Thank you very much. Also, the institution. I do not apologize to the institution for overwhelming them with success. They can thank me later. Finally, the students. I do not apologize to you for being the first generation, because you can't have this without this, or this, or this. So thank you very much for being the first generation. No apologies. And since after us the curtain will fall, what I would like to do is, as we do something different all the time, I would like you all to join us here on stage. I will call your names really quickly, and then you will all stay here. And I will hand you these diplomas very quickly. As you know, it's not the real diploma, right? But then I would like us to all bow together because we are the cast. So Some of us are also not here because you come from all over the world. In the order that I will call you, just come up and join us, and we will stay here all together before we get off the stage. Mariana Breu from California. Esther Ann. Alia Al-Noimi. I don't know if Maria is here. Maria del Carmen Carrera. Chet. I will hug you all. Just join us on the stage. Chet Chichosiak, Denise Chang, Taryn Goodry, Michelle Haltenhoff, Parantip Harwong, Jamil Hussain, Andrew William Hutton, Monica Isasa, Ragvi Kurana, Mark Leal, Jason Lundy, Lima, Tom Mejia, Zane Murray, Michelle Okuhara, Josh Pan, Sing Chung Sui, Marina Zwigun, Samantha Turner, and Corinne Williams. And like a captain on the boat, like a captain on the boat, I will now hug everybody but the women first.
I think we're almost done. We just have a few closing remarks. It's hard to follow JJ. We have such an interesting school. Thank you all for coming. Shortly after this event at 2 West 13th Street, there's a reception for everyone. On the ground floor of the building, there's champagne and hors d'oeuvres, I think. So you're all welcome to go on over there and celebrate. I'd like to congratulate you all once again. The first and third cohorts of fantastic programs. And congratulations to the parents, family, and friends for all of the support that you have given these graduates. We're extremely happy. Congratulations, the class of 2014.